click, boom. What's going on, faithfuls? It's your boy Mike from Nothing But Niners Crew. Guys, we are here. It is March Madness. This is day 9. Guys, I'm having a lot of fun with this series, man. There's a lot to discuss. I'm saying there's a lot to discuss if it's like a planned show or something like that, but I got a feeling that you guys are going to bring it this evening. So let's go ahead and get to it. Let's make this the fastest, most fun 15 minutes of your day, unless you did some other stuff. All right, anyway, OG Big Mike, how was your Thursday? We got the first question here on the board. Where my sounds at, man? Let me play some horns for my man right here. Me, 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 me. Oh wait, I gotta turn that down first before I do that. Let's drop the bomb on him first. We'll drop the bomb on him first, okay? My Thursday was great, man. No complaints at all. Wife wasn't feeling good. Took care of her. Got her those chocolates, man. Yo, remember I was telling y'all about those Reese's Take Fives? Okay, so I go to the grocery store today and I pick up like 3 bags of them joints. And all of a sudden, somebody's tapping me on my shoulder. Excuse me, sir. I just went down this whole aisle and I did not see those. Where did you find those Reese's Take Fives? And they had them hidden in the store. I said, you got to go down aisle 5. It's the candy aisle. I said, when you get to the section with the Reese's in it, I said, it's all the way on the bottom shelf. I said, and they're squeezed between 2 big bags of Reese's. For some reason, it's the third one right in the middle there. I said, and they squeezed in between there. And they had like a little stand with like bubbles or something in front of it. Like they didn't want to sell them to anybody. They didn't want anybody to get them. But my Thursday was great because I found them. I got the stash and everything was good. All right. He says, with the idea of getting younger, why go after a 40-year-old long snapper? Bro, I can't call it for the life of me. I don't know what Pepper was doing wrong. Tabor was always a solid guy. Maybe this has something to do with why they got rid of Debo. You know, there's some questions about whether or not maybe that incident with him and Debo and Wisnowski and Moody like bothered the GM a little bit too much, and he wasn't going to stand for it on the field. But it's weird because Pepper didn't really snap back too much, right? Like he was the one that got the choke put on him. Anyway, but I don't know. I don't know. As far as like getting younger and getting a 40, like we got the 3rd oldest free agent available, right? Like why? I don't know. I don't know. Here's what I do know about that guy. I went back and looked at his entire career. He has never missed a game. Ever. Now, how impressive is that? I don't know. He's just a long snapper, but man, he has never missed a game. Not one. So I guess that's finding the silver lining, right? Could this mean the Niners are going to reset at kicker and punter with rookies, and the offensive guard, long snapper, is there to help make their job easier? Yes, there is a possibility. The Niners are going to sign some kickers to get through camp. We know that they're going to do that. We know that they're looking around some punters already. So we have to see what happens. You guys got to remember, we have a new special teams coordinator. So this could be all him. I don't know. Percent-wise, how close do you think the Niners are at having a team captain ask for a trade? Ooh, a team captain. Now, that is a good question. How many team captains do we have right now? Let me see. Trent, I don't think he would. Debo asked for a trade, so I guess 100%, right? Debo was a team captain, and he asked for a trade. So I guess that would make it 100%. Of those guys remaining now, probably none. I think Trent's going to stay. I think Bosa's going to stay. I think it's not about whether or not they stay asking for a trade is what you're saying. I think Bosa is content. I think he had a down year. I don't think he would try to ask for a trade right now. Fred Warner should be good. Kittle should be good. I know I'm missing somebody, but is Brock Purdy a captain? Purdy ain't asking for a trade. Well, he might ask for a trade also because contract negotiation time. That's just what they do, right? So, boom, there it is. We got our first question from Vernon, and it is a food question. Here we go. He says, hey, Mike, St. Patty's is on Monday. Are you a corned beef and cabbage guy? Never had it. Nope, I'm not that. Never had it. So I don't know. Man. I'm sorry. Never had it. You got to let me know if it's any good. Maybe something I'll try to find on the day of, all right? On the day of, maybe I'll try to find it. All right, I don't know. All right, my man DJ Malone is in the building. Here we go. DJ Malone, he says, good evening, Mike. How's it going? All is well. Hope things are going well with you. Is Tanner Mordecai still on the team? Mordecai. I believe he is. I think he signed a 2-year deal. Now, here's the issue. I went and looked it up on 49ers.com. He's listed there, but the issue is so are a lot of people that are no longer here, so they haven't updated the website. So I don't know. I don't know if he's still on the team, honestly. I thought it was a 2-year deal, but I could be wrong. So I have no idea. Do you think we'll put Mac out as the field goal holder? I hope they do, but I don't know. I have to go back and look at some Jets special teams and see who was holding for them. That's a good – DJ Malone just gave me some homework. I'll have an answer for you tomorrow. All right? Have you tried affogato before? No. Let's Google what affogato is now. Here we go. I forgot my wallet at home once, and then I had to turn around and go get it. Affogato is a dessert. And, ice cream in a cup. I've had that before. Let's see here. It's a gelato, Italian dessert comprising of a scoop of gelato or ice cream, either plain milk flavored or vanilla, topped with espresso. Oh, no, I've never had that before. I'm not an espresso person, so nope. Dairy plus espresso, you guys wouldn't see me for 30 minutes after I ate that. All right. Would the fam be a fan of breakfast fried rice? Now, I don't know what breakfast fried rice is, but my kids love fried rice. So let's see. Is it scrambled with eggs? So check this out, right? The neighborhood that I grew up in, we had this place. What was the name of the Chinese restaurant out there? Lotus Garden. And they made their shrimp fried rice with egg in it. And my kids love eggs in soup. They love it in everything. So if it's fried rice with eggs in it, absolutely they would love it. Oh, yeah, that's exactly what it is. They would absolutely love it. You can put in whatever meats in there you want, some bacon if you want. Oh, yeah. Oh, my kids would love that. I would love it. That sounds incredible. Oh, man. You can't ask me these questions at midnight because then I get off of here and I'm hungry and you're not supposed to eat this late. Y'all are just setting me up for failure. What does the family prefer, more pancakes or French toast? We are a mixed household. My wife makes phenomenal French toast, and the kids love it, but they also love pancakes. I'm willing to bet that if I were to ask all 4 of the kids, 2 of them would answer just to be different from the others, so it's going to be a split thing. Any thought of the John Cena heel turn? No idea what that is. No idea what that is. Is that? I know who John Cena is. Did he twist his ankle? I don't know. I hope he's okay. Which of our division rivals do you think will give us fits this season? All of them. No, I'm kidding. I think I like some of the moves the Cardinals have made this offseason, and I always think they play us tough, so I like the Cardinals. Never worried about Seattle. Well, not anymore anyway. Those days are long, long gone and behind us. And then there's the Rams, right? I'm not really worried about the Rams either. That's really weird, right? I know I should be. They've got the best of us the last couple of times, but I'm not worried about the Rams either. NFC South equal tank division. Not necessarily. Some of those, you know what's weird about the NFC South, man? And I know it's going to probably belong to the Bucs again. They play each other hard, and they play really good defense. They play really tough defense over there. So you got to be careful with counting those guys out. They're going to shock somebody. You know, they'll go in there and knock out the Eagles, you know, like not this past season, but the one before that. So you never know how it's going to go. All right. My man, Dan the Cornman, says he's got 2 questions here. Question numero uno. He says, if Purdy does not get the deal he wants, or if the front office decides to screw around again, do you think Purdy will play his last year and wait till next offseason to sign a new deal? I think the signing of Mac Jones, which apparently didn't happen yet, is the team's way of telling Purdy, hey, we cool if you don't like the deal we offer you. We wanted this guy all along anyway. We wanted him the year before we got you. So I know they're not going to come flat out and say it, and I know the money doesn't suggest that they have that kind of faith in McCorkle, right? But He's here, and we know that that was Kyle's guy, and we know that Matt Mayoko said that that was Kyle's guy, and he was apparently convinced not to get him and take Trey Lance instead. So, yeah, I think this is the team's way of saying we're going to make you an offer, and we have a hard stopping point. And if you don't accept it with the conditions we offer, then play out your last year, and we'll see what happens next year. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. What changes are you expecting with the special teams? A lot. We already see that the team is going out and getting like lifelong gunners, right? We see that they've already got a lifelong long snapper, right? This guy is 38 years old. He'll be 39 this year, so he's not quite 40 yet, guys. I know that's what everyone was saying, but he's not quite 40. I do think that this team suddenly values the special teams in a way that they haven't in the past. All right, I'm not saying that we're gonna like focus and be like, yeah, we are a special teams team now, right? We're coming for the crown from Dallas, right? Like that reportedly had the best special teams last season. I'm not saying we're gonna do all that, but they definitely care. They definitely give a damn. And I wouldn't be surprised if one of the people that we drafted was a return specialist, and that's what he's going to be brought in for. I don't care if he's a corner. I don't care if he's a wide receiver. I don't care if he's a running back, but they're going to get a return specialist in this draft. They got 11 picks. Get this guy somebody who has no good stats at all in college, but is a phenomenal return guy, and bring him here. I think that we might be on the precipice of something like that happening. Stop sniffing my hand. Does that change involve you admitting that Tony and I were correct when we said that Jake Moody was a bust of a kicker? LOL, sorry. Listen, man, I stand with Jake Moody. I like rookies getting chances. I like second-year guys getting chances, and a second-year guy coming off of an injury and all that stuff. Like, listen, man, he had a down season. I'm not going to make any qualms about it, right? But we didn't give up when Robbie Gould had a down season. Robbie Gould went from kicking in the 80s and 90% down to like a 70% season, but it was off of an injury, right? And we made all the excuses in the world. Oh, it's the long snapper, it's the holder, and it's this and it's that. We had all these excuses, right? Robbie Gould held out, kicked 70, 75%, and he was okay after that, right? I think that we have to kind of extend that same courtesy. What everyone is so worried about is that Moody is unproven. We're so afraid of homegrown talent. We're so afraid of it that we're ready to say, oh, it's a fail. It's a bust. It didn't work. We want to write it off faster than we actually give it an opportunity. We don't have the patience for growth in this team. So, not for nothing, if Kyle Shanahan has to rely on kicks to win games every single game, we're in trouble anyway. So, I mean, I'm not opposed to them moving on. I have no emotional attachment to Jake Moody. If they decide to move on, peace. Thanks for the time. See you later. But I just don't think he was as bad as we wanted to make him seem. He wasn't great. He wasn't Robbie Gould. Robbie Gould is probably a Hall of Fame kicker, right? We had Robbie Gould. We had, what was the other guy's name? Oh, God, I can see his face. Oh, the bald-headed guy. He was almost pink. God dang it. But y'all know who I'm talking about. Another guy that's probably going to be a Hall of Fame kicker, right? Like, look at who this guy is following. You know what I'm saying? So, not Andy Lee. That was the punter. Oh, my God, this is going to bother me. All right, I'll see you later. Dan is back again. Also, with this backup QB signing, do you like Mac Jones? So the team dropped an article today with all the new acquisitions, and Mike Jones, who? Mike Jones, who? His name is Michael McCorkle Jones. But he wasn't listed there at all. But I do like the signing. And I would not have gone after Joe Flacco. I didn't want another 40-year-old player here, and I would not have gone after Cooper Rush. My top guy was Jameis Winston. But I like Mac Jones. I like Mac Jones because this is the guy that Kyle wanted, and I think Kyle will have some more confidence in calling plays for that guy. So we'll see what happens. Niner Goat says here, how do you feel about this offseason? I'm pretty excited. The core group wasn't quite good enough. I don't know if I like this offseason. I'll be honest with you. We lost some players, and it's not that the players were, like, holding us together, right? Like, we didn't get much from a lot of the players that left in free agency. However, we made no attempts at replacing those types of players either. Now, we're not going to go out and spend all that money on those positions. Obviously, we thought that they were replaceable. That's why we were willing to let them go in the first place. So now we have to go about this the right way. If the left guard isn't out there, you don't go get a left guard and pay the left guard money. You know what I'm saying? If the weak side linebacker isn't out there. You don't go out there and get a linebacker and plug him in and pay the weak side linebacker money. You know? So I'm not really happy about this offseason so far. There's nothing to like pound the table about, but this is a standard 49ers offseason, guys. This is how we are in free agency. We don't really do the big splashes. It's not what we do. There's been 3 in 8 years. And so we just have to temper expectations. We know that we are a team that builds to the draft, and then we will make some trades during the season. When the season starts and we realize, okay, we got a deficiency here, we will go out and get some other guys. So don't panic. All is not lost in this team at all. I am excited about the youth movement. I do like seeing some of these younger guys getting opportunities, and that is something that excites me a lot. So if there is something to be excited about, it's seeing them being willing to move on from a Deebo Samuel, right? Like, I kind of like that. Not that I have anything against Deebo, but you see the manufactured touches for him, right? Like going out of their way to get the ball in his hands. Now, those 7 or 8 plays a game can be real play calls where we can just see who the best person is out there. I'm excited about that all by itself. I'm excited about the new special teams coordinator and the team's emphasis on special teams. Those are the things that make me excited. All right? So, yeah. All right. Sean is here. Oh, wait, let's do a oh, I don't have the ching ching on here because I don't have my soundboard hooked up. What can I do here? He says, I'll stand with Moody while he fills out unemployment papers. Oh, I should have read this first. All right. We are rebuilding this year, trying to put a positive spin. Also, getting rid of those used to losing. We got old fast. You know, I'm not mad at that, man. I'm not mad at that at all. So we'll have to see how things go. Oh, wait. I read 2 different things. Okay, my bad. Do you think because Mac Jones is a system quarterback and has a better arm than Brock, he can be better here? All right, that's what I'm really supposed to be reading. I scrolled down, too far down. I lost the comments here. He does have a slightly bigger arm than Brock, better arm than Brock. I think he throws with better anticipation than Brock does as well on the deep ball. I still think Brock Purdy destroys him in that middle of the field area and the layered passes over linebackers. Brock Purdy, that's what he does really, really well that no one really gives him credit for. The layered throws by Brock Purdy are phenomenal. I don't know that Mac can do that. And I also don't know that Mac can scramble as well as Brock can. But I don't think Kyle wants much of a scrambler. I think that Mac Jones is the type of guy that can come in and execute the play that is called as designed. And I do think that will make him look better here than he looked in New England. Absolutely. He did well on a garbage patch team and won a championship with talent in college. That's absolutely correct. 100% correct. And so there's definitely, I think that this could be a reclamation project. I think it's why it was reported as a 2-year deal and not a 1-year deal. I think they want to see what the guy has. So I like it. Mike, you think sign big free agent players? No, I don't think we're going to sign any big free agent players at all. It's just not what this team does. It's not what we normally do. Now, if there's a player that's out there that teams, they can't like come up with a deal and like he's starting to miss out on being signed with someone, we might get a late steal in free agency. You know what I'm saying? And we do those kind of things all the time. They end up being really good value picks for the team. But we'll have to see. We got to be patient here. But I think all the big names, it's not going to happen here. All right. Nick is in the building. All right. Let's play. Here you go. I got something scary. Nick says, hey, Mike, there was word that Kyle didn't get along with Saleh. Apparently they clashed massively. Do you know anything on this? Interesting considering Saleh's comeback. Has Kyle humbled himself? I don't know if they didn't get along, but I do know that Saleh is a very meticulous coordinator. I won't speak on him as a head coach. I didn't watch enough of him as a head coach, but I do know that he is a very meticulous coordinator. Robert Saleh, I couldn't wait to watch his pressers because everything he says has meaning. He is very careful with the words he chooses. He's very careful with the names that he says. He makes it a point to say and enunciate players' names properly, and I love that. I absolutely love that. I have never heard Robert Saleh call anyone on his defense by number. Not taking a shot at Kyle, but I've heard him do that. I have heard Kyle do that before. So Now, granted, that's usually during preseason. There's a ton of players out there and all that stuff. So, and I've only heard Kyle do it twice in 8 seasons. So let's give him a break, right? But Salah, there's something different about Salah. There's something special about Salah and how much he cares about his defense. And so I like that. I can see them clashing if Kyle wanted him to do something and he's like, absolutely not. That's not what we were doing here. You're not interfering with this. Absolutely. And doesn't mean that Kyle has humbled himself. Sometimes you have to be humbled. So we'll have to see how it goes. We have to see how it plays out. Phil Dawson, you guys are right. All right. How do you feel about our receiving core being without Ayuk for a while? I'm not feeling too optimistic. Before I answer that, Houseway, there's two ways to look at it. You can look at it as it's comprised right now. It's not the best. It's not the best. A lot of inexperienced Jawan Jennings being like the guy out there right now. But you did see Pearsall come on at the end. You didn't see anything from Cowling. So you can look at that as it is, and you don't know what you're going to get with Robinson, right? And it's like a C plus type receiving core without Ayuk, right? Ayuk coming in can make it a B minus, B, and that's if he's healthy and out there really doing his thing. But we still got the draft. And that's the thing. Like, I think that if we go out there and we get a rookie in the first 3 rounds, that guy's going to get some significant playing time. And so I'm not really worried about it. I like him that way. I like, and I'm saying him, I'm talking about Kyle Shanahan, his hand being forced. That's what I really like. So we'll see what happens. All right. Brandon is in here. He's got a super chat. Let me play the horns. He says, where'd it go? See? Where the hell did it go? There it is. Mike, your GM, a contender, Mike, your GM. Okay, cool. Boom. A contender offers you 2 first-rounders and 2 third-rounders for Nick Bosa and draft a young edge on rookie scale. Would you do it? 2 first-rounders and 2 third-rounders for Nick Bosa. And what you're saying is we could draft young edge rookie on the rookie wage scale. Would you do it? I would have. You guys aren't going to like my answer. I know that's why you asked me this question, Brendan. Yes, I would trade Nick Bosa right now for 2 firsts and 2 thirds. I would. I don't know that Nick Bosa is the game wrecker that he is without help. And so if he's not a game changer on his own, then you may as well just go out there and just find other talent. With 2 first rounders, you can do a lot in a draft. That especially because that means one of them is going to be in 2026, where we already have 4 more comp picks based off of the formula, right? 2 third rounders, which would mean another third round pick, right? Like that means that this team is going into that draft with something like 12 or 13 picks. Like it's crazy. I would absolutely do that. I would absolutely do it, and you get some cap relief also. All right. Ali is in the building. Says, have you watched any film on college guys? Do you have a top 5 list or favorites? Give me some names if so. I have not. I do know that my favorite tight end so far is Elijah Abrayo. No, not Abrayo. Arayo. Sorry. I really, really like him as a route running tight end, not as a blocker. All right. I will come up with my top 5 at each position for the 49ers, not just my favorite guys. Top 5 at each position in about 2 weeks. I will have that, and I will start putting that out there. And I will make sure you, Ali, see it. Okay? I'll make sure you see it. All right, here we go. Here's the super chat from Sean that I started reading early. All right. He says, I'll stand with Moody while he fills out unemployment papers. We are rebuilding this year, trying to put a positive spin. Also, getting rid of those used to losing. We got old fast. I don't know how many people on this team that we got rid of were actually used to losing, if I'm being honest with you, man. But, we did get old fast. That's what happens. And those are the results of us picking all these players that played 5 years. We had a whole draft where every player was a 5-year senior, right? Like that stuff. That's not lost on me, right? So while other people are drafting 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds, we're getting 23-year-olds, 24-year-olds in the draft. That's not lost on me at all. And we're going to start seeing some more of that. The COVID year, we have to kind of get past that. We got one more year where that is no longer in effect, right? So we have to get past it. But I'm not worried about it. I do like the youth movement. I like getting younger. I like getting some fresh legs, maybe some more speed. All right, so we'll see how it goes. He says Ronnie's in the building. He says, Mike, we keep it Moody. Man, I'll just say yes. I have no idea though. Like I said, I wouldn't be mad if they move on from him at all. Dan says, are you surprised that Dre Greenlaw did not sign back with the Niners, even with Robert Saleh coming back? No, because I knew he was going to have a big market. I was hopeful that he would come back, and I was hopeful that the other teams, the outside teams, were going to be afraid of him because he finished 2 seasons on IR. I was really, really hoping that was the case. I hope that we could get like a little bit of a discount, but we know how good he is. Other teams know how good he is. They know how impactful he is. They know that they see the lightning bolt that he was for the team as soon as he got on the field, even injured. So, there's a value in that. So I'm not surprised at all. All right, Sean. All right, here we go. I got to read it, though, right? I got to read it. So I'm going to give you the sound effect here. He says, do you think we signed Ben Dover? No, I don't think that we do. I don't think we sign him. All right. He's probably safe. I'm willing to bet a lot that the Niners don't sign him. If so, will he switch from tight end to wide receiver? All right. Or sit with Bendejo. I think we say no. All right, Sean. That was pretty good. I like that. I like the tight end wide receiver thing. I'm going to give you a quick, short round of applause. All right. That's it on the applause for that one. And then he doubles up and says, just asking, because this is Ask Anything. And you are right. Unfortunately, or fortunately, this is Ask Anything. Steven Rodriguez says, do you think that Niners should sign Asante Samuel Jr.? I think they should sign anybody that they believe can help improve the secondary. And I'm not too worried about the secondary, by the way. I like Green. I like Mustafa. I love Lenore. I'm not ultra worried about the secondary. And y'all know how I'm going to ride for my guy from Jersey. Big Tig is going to be on here soon. So I'm going to ride for him. Y'all know that. And I think that he's definitely capable of having a bounce-back season. I'm not worried about that secondary much at all. But you bring in a guy like Asante Samuel Jr., and just the issue is once you get a certain amount of money, you have to start. And I hate starters being dictated by salary. I don't like it. If these guys are doing well, then let them go ahead and get the starts. That's what I like. That's what I like. What the hell is he saying here? Is this a real name? What are you saying here? All right, so here's my thoughts on this person in the draft. I don't know who it is. Let's see if it's real. DeGlester. Holy crap, it's a real name. It's not a real name. This is a Key and Peele. You mother... Y'all are having fun with me today, right? Okay. No, wrong one. Yeah, y'all, okay. Harden can chug. Okay. Y'all are having fun with me. I appreciate it, though. Thank you very much. And Sean says, just for dealing with me. All right, guys, let me get up out of here. Dan says, should the 49ers trade up and go get Travis Hunter? And FYI, not a fan of his. I don't like the two-way player thing because I don't think that that's feasible in the NFL. Not saying that he's not going to be good one way or the other. I'm saying that I could see it being a problem in the locker room. I could see the Niners asking him to focus on one side or the other and him wanting to go be a two-way player. And I don't think it's a coincidence that I don't think it's a coincidence that that he was coached by Deion Sanders, who was also a two-way player. So if you do go out and get a guy like that, one, I would not trade up to go get him. I don't think that he is that valuable. Period. Let me say that again. I would not trade up to go and get him. I do not think he is that valuable. Period. If you do get him, he is going to want to play on both sides of the ball. And I think you come up with packages for him on offense. Packages for him on offense. You don't make him a true two-way player the way he was in college at all. I love that he showed it off, and I like the versatility, but I just don't think that you do that. You have him focus on one side or the other. And I would put him as a DB for sure. But some packages for him on offense, like they did with Deion once he made it to the pros, right? Deion was a two-way player, but it was more one side than the other. So you do it for the entertainment purposes. That's it. All right. Let me see. Is that it? Mike, over under for next season, 6 wins. Take the over. Take the over. All right. And that's going to do it. Guys, listen, man, this was a lot of fun. We went over 30 minutes. I promise you guys a 30-minute show, and there was no, wasted time. Solid show. I'm going to give you guys a round of applause because this show was because of you. So I thank you guys for that. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you for the super chats, everybody out there. You all were great as well. All right, not necessary, but I always appreciate it. Thank you very much. And we're going to get up out of here, all right? Prepare for glory, anticipate pain, but always remain faithful. Talk to y'all soon. Peace.
We all gas, no brakes, pumped up, no fakes. We spinning, we winning, we high stakes. We never miss, we all makes. Look at us dudes trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, Method Man, we bring the pain. Hey, see, I'ma confess it. We under the pressure. If you looking to find us, we them nothing but